What is good, chat? You know the vibe we're on today? Oh man, the glare is. Yo, Cassandra, what's up? First person in here. Real one. Thank you. You know what the vibe is? Playoffs. Okay, I got it. Playoffs picks. Playoff picks. Whatever. NBA playoff picks. Chat, we're throwing it back today, bro. We're throwing it back today. Um, Let me post real quick so that we can get some more people up in this live. I've been going live on Twitch a lot, bro. But it's okay. I like it. It's more real. Okay, how do I? That's not good, bro. How the freak do I? Hold up. Is this good? To get people to come in? Chat. So, today, since the NBA playoffs start tomorrow, we are going to be discussing my playoff picks. Okay? And I want you guys in the chat to pretty much criticize the fuck out of me. I mean, pretty much what you guys do every day anyways. But I want you guys to tell me if I'm right, if I'm wrong, if you guys agree, disagree. I'm just going to go through every single playoff series and just tell you guys what I think is going to happen. And yeah, BRAWADIS NBA playoff picks. Hey, chat, please, for this stream, I want to say one thing. Before I get into my basketball picks, let's have zero negativity in this stream, bro. Let's have no negativity in this stream. I don't want to talk about anything other than basketball, okay? Please. I've been going through a lot recently, off camera, you know. Don't really want to like talk too much about it. But long story short, if you're a sports fan, if you love basketball, then you know when you're going through something, when you turn your attention to basketball, it's like your getaway. You feel good. You know, it makes you get away from your real life shit, your real life stress. So for this stream, please, let's just keep it no negativity and strictly basketball. Because for those who don't know, I started my whole YouTube shit, my whole YouTube career, my whole everything that I started was from basketball. I didn't start vlogging. I didn't start with pranks. I didn't start with challenges. I love basketball. Actually, for those who don't know even further, I was in college before I started YouTube. Hold up. Sorry, guys. Let me post this link real quick. BRAWADIS playoff picks. Okay. Dun. Chat, let me see if you guys know, what was I in college for before I started my YouTube channel? Because I was going to school. I was in college. Reporter, analyst, journalist. Yeah, damn. Hey, a lot of you guys in the chat, you guys are real ones. Holy shit. You guys remember everything about me. I love you guys, for real. I was going to school before I started a YouTube channel. Sorry, guys. Let me just... Okay, boom, posted. Shit, I dropped my phone. Before I started my YouTube channel, I was going to college, and what I was studying was media, broadcast, journalism, all that stuff. Pretty much what I wanted to do was I wanted to be a reporter for the Phoenix Suns. I wanted to work for ESPN. I wanted to be like a Stephen A. Smith, like a Skip Bayless. So this is what I love doing, bro. You know what? Oh my gosh. Let me show you guys actually, because a lot of people think that I started YouTube as a vlogger or a prankster. You guys think maybe my first video was like the Burning Yeezys prank or all that. No, you guys are wrong, bro. My first videos were called BRAWADIS NBA Show. I just want to show you guys this real quick, just to show you how much I love basketball and how long I've been doing basketball. Look at this, bro. Look at this. Only 5,000 views. Only 5,000 views. Look, keep in mind, this is on my main channel, bro. How the hell do I? On my main channel, only 5,000 views 9 years ago, bro.
What's up, you guys? Brandon BRAWADIS here, BRAWADIS NBA show. Today, all rookie edition. I'm pretty much, this whole show is just gonna be my predictions of what incoming rookies are gonna be doing next season for the NBA. I'm gonna start off with my picks for all NBA rookie first team. Last year you had obviously Andrew Wiggins, Jordan Clarkson, among others. This upcoming season, and I'm judging this on
God damn. I've always been a fucking yapper. Since 9 years ago. But anyways, bro, that's my point. I didn't start none of my YouTube shit off vlogs or pranks or any of that. I started it talking about basketball. And today, I'm a little bit stressed, you know, going through some shit. So I want to take it back to my roots, doing what I love most and clearing my mind, which is talking about basketball. Bro, everyone is telling me to clean my camera. It's not that it's dirty. I just haven't got the right equipment for streaming. So I don't have that good of a camera, bro. I'm, you know, like... Or is that better? Was it dirty? Oh shit, it was dirty. Anyways, BRAWADIS NBA playoff picks. Since the playoffs do start tomorrow, that means the play-in is tonight. So let me see the chat, because to be completely honest, I don't really give a fuck about the play-in because, I mean, let's be honest, the Eastern Conference fucking sucks. So I don't think anyone gives a shit about Atlanta Hawks versus Miami Heat. And then in the Western Conference, the Grizzlies and Mavs is probably going to be a good game. But I don't fucking respect the Dallas Mavericks after they rigged the fucking Luka to the Lakers trade. So I don't want to watch that either. God damn, you guys are spamming ad. Hey, your boys got to get paid somehow, bro. Your boys got to get paid somehow, bro. How do you think I'm able to afford this fucking Devin Booker jerseys? Because of the ads. Anyways, chat, since I don't really give a fuck about the play-in, number one, because my team isn't even in the play-in, so I don't really care. And number two, like I just said, I don't care about fucking Hawks versus Heat or Grizzlies versus Mavs. What's your guys' predictions for tonight? Before we get into that actual playoff predictions, who do you guys think is going to win? Heat or Hawks? And then Dallas or Memphis? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Read the chat real quick. Heat and Mavs. Dallas, Hawks. Yes, I'm sparking a hookah, guys. I've been a little stressed, so... I'm excited for NBA playoffs, bro. It sucks that the Suns didn't make it. I actually can't believe the Suns. Like, it's one thing, oh, the Suns didn't win a championship. Okay, cool. The fact that the Phoenix Suns didn't even make the fucking playoffs with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker is fucking... I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to say, bro. Genuinely, like, I don't have anything to say. It's just embarrassing. I'm embarrassed, bro. I can't say shit. All right, let's talk. Let's talk. We're going to start with the Eastern Conference because, like I said before, no one gives a fuck about the East. So we'll just get that out the way first, and then we'll move on to the West, what everybody actually cares about. Eastern Conference matchup number 1, Cleveland versus, I'm assuming Miami. It might be the Hawks. But, I mean, it doesn't really matter anyways because I think Cleveland is going to win regardless. Cleveland had an amazing regular season. By the way, I'm going to be yapping in this video, in this live stream. So if you don't like the yap, exit, please. Because when I start talking about basketball, like I said, my passion is talking basketball. I've always wanted to be a basketball analyst. So I'm going to talk a lot, bro. I'm going to talk a lot. So if you guys love basketball just like me, then stick around. You'll enjoy this stream. But if you guys hate the yapping, then don't even watch this. But anyways, Cleveland versus Miami or Atlanta. I got Cleveland winning pretty easily. probably a sweep, or we'll say 5 games. I got Cleveland in 5, especially if they play Miami. If they play Miami, I think Miami gets 1 for sure, and Cleveland gets 4. If they play Atlanta, it might be a sweep. Cleveland's nice, bro. Cleveland's good. Cleveland exceeded expectations, you know. Before the season started, they had a nice roster with Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell. You thought they would probably be like a 4 or 5 seed in the East? Dog, they ended number 1, bro. They ended number 1. So, you know, you can't expect them to be a first-round exit. I got Cleveland in 5 in that series, whoever they play, Miami or Atlanta. Now, Boston versus Orlando. I got Boston easy, sweep, 4-0. I think Boston is the best team in the East. Even though they didn't finish number 1, I still think Boston is the best team. Boston, easy sweep, 4-0. I don't think Orlando is going to win a game. That's not a knock on Orlando. They got some good players. You know, Paulo, Franz Wagner, fucking, Cole Anthony has his days. Like, he goes off. Even their bigs are pretty nice too. But Boston is just fucking, Boston is good, bro. Boston is, I mean, shit. The way I see it, if you win a championship, until you have been dethroned, you are still the best team in the league. Boston won the championship last year. Nobody has taken them down yet, so Boston is still the best team in the league. I got Boston winning. Boston is such a fucking juggernaut because, you know what? You know, as a Suns fan, and I think I could speak for a lot of other Suns fans, we are jealous of the Boston Celtics, and let me tell you why. Boston, like Phoenix, they had their 2 stars in place, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, right? Just like the Suns, they had Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, right? Now, the Celtics went the route of surrounding those 2 stars with amazing role players. They went out, they got Derek White. They went out and they traded for Porzingis. They traded for Drew Holiday, right? So they surrounded their 2 stars, Tatum and Brown, with a bunch of solid role players and amazing supporting cast. The Suns went out and they surrounded Devin Booker and Kevin Durant with 1 Bradley Beal. They pretty much took the same amount of cap space and assets that the Celtics used to get Drew Holiday, Porzingis, and Derek White to get 1 Bradley Beal. So as a Suns fan, I'm extremely jealous of the Celtics, and I applaud them for what they did around their 2 stars. Boston has a terrific team. They have 2 stars who, I mean, shit, bro. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, those dudes, that's 1A and 1B. I don't think one is better than the other. As you saw last year, everyone thought Tatum was the clear A. But Jaylen Brown came in and won NBA Finals MVP, bro. So they got 2 dudes who are just hoopers and surrounded them with Porzingis, Holiday, Derek White. Shit, even Al Horford still got game, bro. Boston built the perfect team. They got no ego. Peyton Pritchard, I haven't even mentioned him. They have a perfect team with no egos. Everybody plays their role to perfection. No one tries to do too much. The stars know who the stars are. The defenders know who the defenders are. The role players know who the role players are. The three-point shooters know who the three-point shooters are. Sam Hauser got a fucking strep. I really like Boston. I really, really like Boston, and I don't think Orlando wins a game. Next up, here's where things get interesting, bro. Because I think Cleveland and Boston, I don't think those series will be good. I think Cleveland and Boston win easily. But now, New York Knicks versus the Detroit Pistons. Listen, bro. Before I make my prediction for who I think is going to win, I just want to say, shout out to the fucking Detroit Pistons, bro. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh, wait. I was supposed to use the whiteboard to write my fucking picks. See what yapping does, bro? Yapping makes me fucking forget everything. Anyways, here, we'll just... my first prediction, okay. Boom, I got Cavs in 5. Okay. My second prediction, I got... Don't judge my handwriting, guys. There's a reason I fucking dropped out of college. Oh, that's because my brother's phase rug, so I got lucky. Anyways, my second prediction, Celtics in 4. Okay. Now we're on Knicks and Pistons. Oh, this is what I was saying. Before I get into who I think is going to win the series, just a shout out to the fucking Detroit Pistons, bro. They won like fucking 0 games last year, bro. They were the worst team in the league last year, bro. To go from where they were last year. You know, usually teams take baby steps. You know, if you were the worst team in the league, maybe the next year you'll be like a 12 seed. Then the year after you'll be like a play-in team. Then maybe like 3 or 4 years after you were the worst, then you'll make the playoffs. Dog, the Pistons took a giant leap, bro. They skipped all those baby steps. They went from worst team in the league to fucking, they're not even in the play-in, dog. They secured a playoff spot, top 6. They had over 40 wins. On top of that, Cade Cunningham looks like a fucking, oh my God, he looks like a stud, bro. Cade might be top 10 in the league, bro. Cade might be top 10 in the league, bro. At least top 15. At least top 15. They got good bigs in Jalen Duren and Isaiah Stewart. They got a young core, fucking Asar Thompson, Ron Holland, Jaden Ivey. Jaden Ivey was hurt too. They got shooters, Malik Beasley and Tim Hardaway Jr. Dude, Detroit impressed me, bro. Detroit impressed me, bro. Cade is a real one. You know why I'm happy that Cade took a giant leap this year? Again, this is no hate towards Jalen Green. But when Jalen Green and Cade Cunningham got drafted, there was a lot of comparisons. Oh, this dude should have been number 1. No, this dude should have been number 1. It should have been Jalen Green. No, Cade. And I was always a Cade Cunningham believer. I would tell my homie, shout out to Greg. You guys know him. He played on my men's basketball league team. He's a Pistons fan. He's from Detroit. And I would always tell him, because, you know, Cade, his first couple years was, you know what, he was okay. He was shaky a little bit. And Jalen Green he looked like a beast. So he would tell me, Greg would be like, damn, bro, do you think the Pistons made the right choice? You think Jalen Green's going to be better? And I would tell him, I'd be like, Greg, nah, bro, trust me. Just be patient. Cade Cunningham is him, bro. And I used to hate seeing those comparisons of Jalen Green and Cade Cunningham because I would always be like, Cade Cunningham's better. Again, no hate to Jalen Green. This is just me giving Cunningham his props. So now, finally, this year, I think Cade really took that leap and separated himself as the clear number 1 from that draft class. Anyways. Knicks and Pistons, bro. Yes, I'm Middle Eastern, so I got the hookah flowing. Shout out to the Middle Easterns out there. Okay. Knicks, Pistons, right? I need to say something about New York, bro. New York disappointed me this year, bro. I'm not going to lie, bro. The Knicks, I had very, very high hopes. Very high hopes for New York. They won 50 games last year, bro. New York won 50 games last year, right? They had a very solid team, right? 50 wins. Then they go out, they trade for Mikal Bridges. Great player. I'm a Suns fan, so I got love for Mikal. Shout out Mikal Bridges. They also go out and trade for a top 10, top 5 big man in the league, Karl Anthony Towns. You trade for Karl Anthony Towns and Mikal Bridges while also keeping Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby, and Josh Hart. And your win total goes from 50 to 51. You only won one more game after adding Karl Anthony Towns and Mikal Bridges. No bueno, New York. No bueno. I had high hopes. I had high hopes for you guys, bro. When they traded for Mikal and Karl Anthony Towns, I was like, bro, they might take down Boston. They might be better than Boston. Now, fuck no. Do I think they're a first-round exit? I don't think so. I don't think so. But do I think they have exceeded their expectations? No. Hell no. Hell no. No. Tibbs plays his guys way too many fucking minutes. I mean, their bench, I don't want to say it's underwhelming. They got what? They got McBride. They got Shamit, Cameron Payne, Mitchell Robinson, Precious Achua. I don't know, bro. I don't know why they're underperforming. But Pistons and Knicks, that's going to be a good fucking series. I don't know if Detroit has the experience to take down New York in a playoff series. But I think it will be the games are going to be very close. I think for sure New York and Detroit, they split the first two in New York and then they split the next two in Detroit. I think the series will be 2-2 at some point. I think the series will be 2-2 after 4 games. After that, I would probably pick New York to win the series. But I had a lot more confidence in them before the season started, bro. I see a lot of Pistons in 7. I would not be surprised. But I just can't bet against, Jalen Brunson and Bridges and Towns and Anunoby and all of them in a 7-game series just yet. So I'm going to go. By the way, for those asking what this is, it's not, you don't, it's a hookah. It doesn't get you high. It doesn't make you drunk. You don't feel really nothing from it. It's kind of just like a vape. It's not good for you, but I like it because you don't really feel like I could smoke this and then go play basketball or go film a YouTube video. It doesn't give you you don't feel no different. It doesn't alter your state of mind like other shit does. But as much as I love the Pistons and what they did this season, as bright as their future is, and as much as I want to pick them over the Knicks, because the Knicks have been underwhelming this year, I just can't do it. I want to, Detroit fans. I want to. But I think I'm going to go Knicks in 6 or 7. I think it'll be tied 2-2 after 4 games, and then Knicks probably turn it up after that. But I will not be surprised if Detroit pulls off the upset. I won't be surprised, bro. Cade is one of them. Cade is him, bro. Cade is him. For the last series in the East, again, the conference no one gives a fuck about, before we can move on to the West and we can talk about the Warriors, Lakers, and all that shit. Milwaukee Bucks versus the Indiana Pacers. Damn, this is a tough series to predict, bro. Milwaukee's underwhelming as well. Milwaukee, I mean, come on, bro. You got Damian Lillard. You got Giannis. You traded for Kuzma. You got Brook Lopez. They should be higher in the standings than where they ended up. Honestly, they're kind of like the Suns of the East. Okay, sorry. They're not that fucking bad. But in a sense of underperforming for what their expectations were. When Damian Lillard got paired up with Giannis, they had high expectations, bro. Very high. Oh, my God. That series is going to be tough, bro. Indiana and Milwaukee. They got beef, bro. They don't like each other. And when two teams don't like each other and they face off in the playoffs, it's always good, bro. It's always good. I think that series is going to be good, bro. Before I get into who I think is going to win that series, I want to say shout out to Giannis. It's tough for me to give him his props because I'm a Suns fan and he beat us in the finals. But I'm also a basketball fan, so I give credit where credit is due. Giannis deserves some MVP love, bro. I know the talk has been Jokic or SGA. Jokic this, Jokic that. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander this, SGA that. But Giannis is averaging over 30 points a game on 60% from the field. Do you know how unreal that is, bro? I'm not saying Giannis should be the clear-cut favorite to win MVP, but the fact that he's not even in the talks is crazy. It's crazy, bro. Giannis is a fucking beast. And he plays defense. With all that being said, I think I'm going to go Indiana. I think it'll be a long series. I think it'll go 6 or 7. I don't think either team wins in 4 or 5. But fuck, bro. The Bucks are just. That Kuzma trade was fucking. Bro, Kuzma hasn't done shit for them, bro. At all. At all. Okay, there's an ad. I'm going to grab water real quick. Real quick. Who's out there for me? Who's out there for me? Who's out there for me? Baby girl. Baby girl. Sorry, Santa Cruz. I'm drinking out of a fucking plastic water bottle. Okay. Yeah, fuck. I like Giannis. I'm a Giannis fan. But fuck, I think I'm gonna go Indiana, bro. They have a I think they play better defense. I mean shit, neither team really plays defense, to be honest. Fuck, scratch that. Indiana's just, I think they're a more well-rounded team. They have a better all-around roster. The Bucks got the stars. Dame is out at least for the first game. But I got Indiana, bro. I think Indiana's underrated, to be honest, bro. Halliburton, Mathurin, Nembhard, Miles Turner, Siakam. I think they got a good team, bro. I'm going to go Indiana. All right, let's move on to the West. Bro. OKC versus Memphis, or the other team that fucked over the entire NBA and ruined the entire league and rigged everything. The Dallas fucktards. God, I really hope Dallas does not win their play-in game tonight, and they don't make the playoffs just because of what they did with Luka. That was fucking so fucked up. I hate Dallas. I did not hate Dallas before this. But when they took all that extra money from Adam Silver in the league to rig the trade for the Lakers, I hate Dallas. Anyways, I got OKC in 4, bro. Yeah, fuck Nico Harrison. Even though I don't think Nico Harrison was the one that orchestrated that. I think it came from the fucking league. I think it came from the higher ups, and Nico Harrison was forced to do that trade. He probably got funneled a bunch of money under the table to send Luka to the Lakers because the Lakers are a big market. They were underperforming. LeBron is about to retire. AD is always hurt. He's also almost in his mid-30s, and so the league had no avenue to make the Lakers good. The league makes a lot of money off the Lakers. The league needs the Lakers to be good, so they fucking forced Luka to LA. I don't believe it was all Nico Harrison's fault. I don't. Anyways, OKC, if they play Memphis, I got OKC in 4. If they play Dallas, probably go OKC in 5. Just because Anthony Davis is probably good enough to will the Mavericks to win one game against OKC. Clay maybe gets hot against the Thunder and throws it back to like fucking 2016 when he was on the Warriors. So yeah, I got no one's beating OKC in the first round. I'm sorry. OKC low key had one of the greatest regular seasons of all time, and I feel like people aren't talking about it as much. I'm not saying guaranteed they're gonna win the championship, but at least regular season wise, they had one of the greatest regular seasons of all time. One of the most dominant regular seasons of all time, and no one really talked about it. Why are people in the chat saying stop talking about basketball, bro? Literally the title of this stream was NBA playoffs, whatever, bro. I wasn't clickbaiting nobody. You knew what you were getting when you joined the stream, bro. I love basketball. Yeah, OKC. Okay, the next series, bro. Oh my God, Warriors versus Rockets. Damn, this might be the best series in the whole entire first round, bro. This might be the best series in the whole entire first round. I think it goes 7, no matter what. I think it goes 7. Damn, it's so tough to pick, bro, because Houston was dominant all season, bro. They're the 2 seed for a reason, bro. They won over 50 games for a reason, bro. You don't accidentally finish as a number 2 seed in the Western Conference, bro. You got to be good to finish number 2. They have a top-notch defense. All their players defend. Amen Thompson, Dylan Brooks. They're good, right? But then they just so happen to match up against the Warriors, who just so much playoff experience. They roster one of the greatest players of all time. They traded for Jimmy Butler, who everybody knows does not give a fuck about the regular season, but he rises in the playoffs. He rises in the playoffs, bro. He's a playoff riser. And then they have Draymond Green, who he's one of the greatest players in NBA history at playing his role. Never tries to do too much. Never takes bad shots. He knows what is required out of him to win, and he does it perfectly. Damn, that series is tough, bro. Chat, what do you guys think before I make my prediction, bro? Warriors or Rockets, and how many games? I think 7 for sure. I think whoever wins is going to be 7. I see a lot of Warriors easily. I don't think it's going to be easy, bro. Even if I do think the Warriors are going to win, I don't think it'll be easy, bro. The Rockets, you don't stumble into the number 2 seed. You don't accidentally finish number 2. You got to be a good team to finish number 2. They just got so unlucky by facing the Warriors, bro. If they were facing anybody else, Memphis, Dallas, Sacramento, fuck, even the Suns, I would pick Houston. But god damn, they just so happen to get matched up with a team that has owned them for years and years and years, bro. Dating back to the days when the Warriors had Klay, Steph, and KD, and the Rockets had Chris Paul, James Harden, Capella, Trevor Ariza, PJ Tucker. They just couldn't seem to beat the Warriors, bro. They just couldn't get past Golden State. Now is their time to get their revenge, bro. Now is the time where they're ranked higher than the Warriors, and the Warriors are the underdogs, bro. Can Houston do it? I don't know. But they got a good team. Şengün, Jalen Green, Jabari Smith, Amen Thompson, Van Fleet, Dylan Brooks. Amen Thompson is a fucking beast, bro. Amen Thompson is one of the greatest athletes we've ever seen in NBA history, bro. Ever. I said Şengün, not Goon, bro. Chat. I don't know, chat. Fuck. I might have to go Warriors just because of that experience, bro. Just because of that championship pedigree and playoff experience, bro. But this is a tough one, bro. Houston's going to put up a fight. Houston will put up a fight. Lakers, T-Wolves, Lakers, easy. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I got Lakers in 5, bro. Luka, come playoff time, is a fucking demon. He's a monster. He's an animal. He is unreal, bro. Luka, look. There's 2 types of players in the league, bro. There's players who perform well in the regular season, and then the playoffs begin, and they shit their pants. Pressure gets to them, and they can't perform. And then there's players like Luka Doncic, who, when that pressure turns up and the games get bigger, he comes to play, bro. He gets even better, bro. Luka is a demon. Trust me, I'm a Suns fan, bro. I witnessed Luka turning up in the playoffs. Bro. And then you got LeBron, who's the greatest player of all time. Come on, bro. If the Lakers still had Anthony Davis and that Luka trade didn't happen, I would have picked Minnesota. Or at least it would have been close. With Luka, I mean, shit, come on, bro. You pair one of the greatest playoff performers of all time, Luka Doncic, already, yes. He's one of the greatest playoff performers of all time. With LeBron James, who's the greatest player of all time. And then you factor in Austin Reeves, who's playing, I mean, the best basketball of his career right now. Come on, bro. I got Lakers in 5. Look what Luka did to Minnesota last year, bro. I know you guys remember the shot on Gobert, the step back. He looked Gobert right in the eye, said, "You can't fucking guard me, motherfucker." Luka's a fucking dog, bro. Luka's a dog in the playoffs, bro. Luka's a dog in the playoffs, bro. Pair him with LeBron. You guys all know LeBron, the last 6-7 years, he just coasts in the regular season. And then playoffs, he turns it up, bro. I got Lakers. Easy. Easy. Last series of the West, Clippers Nuggets. Oh my gosh, bro. Clippers Nuggets, bro. A couple months ago, I would have said Nuggets. 3 weeks ago, I would have said the Nuggets, bro. They got the best player in the world, Nikola Jokic. And anytime you got the best player in the world in a playoff series, you always have a chance. I don't care if the opposing team is better than yours. I don't care who you're playing. If you have the best player in a playoff series, you're always going to have a chance. Okay, to be honest, guys, fuck the whiteboard. I don't completely. I'm not. I don't whiteboard. The Nuggets will always have a chance to win games just because they got Jokic. Just because they got Jokic, right? But the Clippers are hot at the right time, bro. The Clippers are hot at the right time, bro. Basketball is all about, it doesn't matter who's hot in the beginning of the season, bro. It's all about how you enter the playoffs. For example, the Suns started 8-1. They were the best team in the league, bro. For the first like month. And now look, we're not even in the playoffs, bro. The Clippers, they were in the play-in like all season long, and then boom, the last month or two, they went crazy, bro. They got all the momentum. They're hot at the right time. Kawhi is healthy. Harden looks good. Zubac is a fucking beast. Oh, speaking of people who show up in the playoffs, Kawhi is one of them, bro. Kawhi is one of them, bro. Kawhi coasts in the regular season and shows up in the playoffs every year, bro. Since he was a fucking rookie, bro. It's just a little hard to pick the Clippers only because, like I said, the Nuggets got the best player in the world. And anytime you got the best player in the world, like you saw all those years when LeBron was in Cleveland, Cleveland probably never had the best team in the league, but LeBron was always the best player in the world, so they would win all those playoff series just off the will of LeBron James. And I feel like Jokic could do the same. Jokic could will the Nuggets to beat the Clippers, despite the Clippers being the better team. But I just don't know. I just don't know if Denver got it, bro. They just fired their coach 3 games before the playoffs. Chemistry might be off. That locker room might be fucked up. You see clips of Jokic like looking upset and pissed off on the bench during the games. I don't know, bro. Pair that with the Clippers being hot at the right time. Kawhi being healthy. Zubac showing up. If I was a team in the Western Conference, I would be afraid to face a trio of Zubac, Kawhi, and Harden in a 7-game series, bro. That's a good trio right there. Honestly. Chris Dunn too. Chris Dunn's underrated. He defends, bro. He defends. Norman Powell, yes sir. No, hey, Norman Powell's actually from San Diego. You know Norman Powell went to high school like 20 minutes from my house, bro. Norman Powell went to high school right here, bro. Right here in San Diego. So I'm always like low-key rooting for him. Yeah, I think Clippers take it, but Denver will have a fighting chance just because Nikola Jokic. And then Jamal Murray also is a playoff riser. He shows up in big games. Yeah, he shows up in big games, but he's been low key ass, bro, for the last like year or two, bro. That max extension, bro. That for Jamal Murray, that might be Brad Beal territory in 2 or 3 years, bro. That might be Bradley Beal contract level in like 2 or 3 years, bro. To be honest. You guys ready for the second round? Chat, before I move on to the second round, who did I go with? I went with OKC. I went with, I don't even know if I went with Golden State or Houston. I don't even think I could pick. I went with the Lakers and I went with the Clippers. In the East, I went with Boston, Cleveland, Indiana, and then probably New York. Chat, before I move on to round two, am I wrong about any of those things? Do you guys disagree with any of my picks? Let me read the chat real quick. Do you guys disagree with anything that I said, or can we move on to round two? What do you guys think? I see some Rockets. I could see the Rockets winning, bro. I haven't like fully picked the Warriors. Bucks, yeah, Bucks. Bucks over Indy is not a bad choice. I'm just going, my gut says Indiana. Detroit could win. I agree with that, bro. I agree with that. I'm just picking New York based off experience, and Detroit might still be a little too young. Maybe. Round two. We got Boston versus New York and Cleveland versus Indiana. Let me just make this one fucking easy. I got Boston over New York. Boston is too good. Boston's a juggernaut. They're too good of a team. Their stars, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, have been in the playoffs year after year after year. They don't let the pressure phase them. They've won an NBA championship. They've been to the Eastern Conference Finals multiple times. They've been to the finals multiple times. I'm sorry, they're not a second round exit, bro. Whether Porzingis is healthy or not, it does not matter. Boston is too good. They're not a second round exit. New York also underwhelming this year. After they traded for Karl Anthony Towns and Mikal Bridges, I genuinely thought they might be able to beat Boston. But I don't think so. Not a chance, bro. Boston's way too good. Boston is a lock to beat New York in the second round. For sure. Cleveland, Indiana. Here's where I might get a little bit of hate, which is nothing new. I'm just joking. Sorry. I had to throw that in there. Indiana versus Cleveland. I know majority is going to go Cleveland. If not everybody in the chat is going to go Cleveland. I get it. And I'm not ready to fully pick Indiana. But fuck, it's tempting, bro. Chat. You guys got Indiana or Cleveland, bro? A lot of Cleveland, bro, which is fine. I expected to see that. But Indiana is like that low-key, sneaky team. They just like, I feel like they're made more for playoff basketball than regular season because they're very gritty. They like to talk shit with Mathurin and like all those little like role players that just get under your skin. Fuck, bro. I don't know, but Cleveland has also, Cleveland got 60 fucking wins, bro. I don't remember the last team that won 60 games and lost in the second round. Oh, wait. I might have Indiana, bro. Or Cleveland. Fuck it. Whatever. Who cares? Eastern Conference doesn't matter. But you know what? Who gives a fuck about the East? Boston's going to the finals regardless. No one's beating Boston in the East, bro. If Boston loses, it's going to be in the finals to a team from the West. Nobody's beating Boston, bro. I don't give a shit if they play Cleveland. I don't care if they play New York, Indiana, Milwaukee. I don't give a shit. No one's beating Boston in the East. They're not. Sorry. So just fuck the Eastern Conference side. The Celtics are going to the finals. Let's focus on the West, bro. Second round, you got OKC versus the Clippers or the Nuggets. Probably the Clippers versus OKC. I gotta go with OKC, bro. I feel like OKC is a little underrated, bro. They had one of the greatest regular seasons of all time, bro. One of the greatest regular seasons of all time, bro. I don't know if I could have Cleveland and OKC being second round exits, bro. I don't know if I could have two teams that won 60 games be second round exits, bro. People are telling me to inhale this. You don't inhale this, bro. This is not za. This is not fucking the green leaf that grows on the ground. You're not supposed to inhale the hookah. You just kind of, you know? Chat. I got OKC going to the Western Conference Finals. Second round is going to be probably Lakers-Warriors. That's going to be an unreal series. Lakers-Warriors is always a great fucking matchup. And now that Curry and LeBron are both getting older, you don't know how many more matchups they have against each other. You don't know how many more matchups they have against each other. Especially playoff series, you don't know, bro. So they're gonna be trying their ass off, bro. They're gonna be busting their ass, bro, to win this series. Warriors, Lakers, bro. If the Lakers didn't trade for Luka Doncic, I would have had the Warriors beating them, bro. If they still had AD. But fuck, Luka just changes everything, bro. Luka changes everything, bro. Who do you guys have if they face off in the playoffs? Who do you guys have? If Lakers-Warriors match up in the playoffs, who do you guys have, bro? Lakers, Warriors. Damn. See, just your guys' predictions alone is what makes me excited if we get to see that series, bro. Chat, be honest. Are the Lakers going to the fucking finals, bro? Be honest. Are the Lakers going to the finals, bro? A lot of yeses and some nos. If you guys are saying no, who is beating the Lakers in the West? Golden State, OKC, Clippers, Denver? Who is beating the Lakers, bro? I don't know if I see it. And I'm a Lakers hater, bro. I'm not going to lie. But I got to be honest in my predictions. I don't know if there's a team that beats LA in the West. It's so crazy that I'm talking playoff basketball and the Suns are not in it, bro. Fucking 2, 3, 4 years after being in the fucking finals, bro. And they're not even in the playoffs, let alone the play-in, bro. God damn, bro. What happened to my glorious fucking Suns, bro? Fired our coach. Our GM's going to be gone. Our owner's talking crazy. KD's about to be traded. Brad Beal got a fucking fat-ass no-trade clause. Oh, man. I actually read recently that the Suns might stretch Bradley Beal, which would be fucking crazy. I don't know if there's ever been a player in NBA history. Not even NBA history. I don't know if there's been a player in sports history that has been bought out or has been released with over $100 million left on his contract. That is fucking crazy, bro. That is crazy, bro. But that's how bad Bradley Beal has been, bro. That they might actually waive him. Someone said, how was your trip to Mexico? Thank you for asking. It was amazing. I got to relax and, had a great time. And now I'm back home, getting straight back to work. I already posted, where's my phone? I posted my Mexico vlog, back to streaming, Tried every VIP experience in Mexico. First comment I read, lame as fuck. Thank you for the love. Thank you. Someone said, is Oblivion your cousin? Nah, he's my brother's cousin, but not mine. Chat, have you guys watched the video yet? I want to see who's a real one, because the video has only been posted for like 2 hours, 3 hours. I want to see, only 2 hours actually. I want to see who has already watched the video. It's a banger, bro. I'm not going to lie. I don't travel too often, so when I do travel, the videos come out good. A lot of people are saying me, me, me. Hey, I don't know if I believe you guys, bro. It was a 45-minute video. So if you guys did actually watch it, tell me something about the vid. Tell me something about the video in the chat so I can believe you guys. You went on the yacht. Okay. Okay. Awesome fans you met. Okay. Took a shot with a fan. Okay. The tacos. Okay. Yo, you guys might actually be real ass people, bro. Went to Nobu, yes. The raw fish, damn, bro. I love you guys. I don't know how to make a fucking heart, bro. Love you guys, for real. I took a shot with this fan. Pretty much, bro, the way I was raised, like, if someone shows love to you, you got to show love right back. That's just how my mom and dad raised me. So I met this fan in Mexico, him and his family. And, they were going crazy. Oh, my God, BRAWADIS, it was him and his girl, and they had a daughter. And, oh, my daughter loves you. We love you. The mom actually told me that this is the first, bro. I've never in my life heard this from somebody. But she said that when they watch my challenges, they do the challenge with me at home. And that was so cool to hear because I never thought about anyone doing that. So, for example, like, I don't know, if I do a challenge like letting the person in front of me decide what I eat, then the people watching my videos, they would go and do the same challenge. And I'm just like, bro, that's actually really cool. So anyways, yeah, I met a group of supporters, right? And the dude comes up to me. He's like, yo, bro, like, I love your videos. Like, we love watching your channel. Let me buy you a shot. And I'm like, bro, are you crazy? You already support me. You already show me love by watching my videos. Let me buy you a shot. And then he's, we're going back and forth. He's like, nah, bro, you're amazing. I love what you do. Let me buy you a shot. And then I'm like, nah, bro, you and your family show me love already. You guys support me. I'm gonna buy you and your girl a shot. And we were going back and forth, like because just, bro, the way I was raised, like, he's already like showing me love by watching my videos and supporting me. So I would like to, show my love back by buying him a shot. So we went to a bar and we took a shot together. And, it's cool. It's cool because I don't know who this person is. I don't know this dude's name. I don't know his background, his story, anything. All I know is that he watches my videos and he was a supporter. So, I was like, you know what? Let me take a shot with this dude. So we went to a bar and took a shot. And yeah, it was a cool experience, bro. Yeah, someone said meeting fans from a different country has to feel good. It's crazy, bro. Like, even though I've been doing YouTube for 10 years, Um, I still, when I go out in public and meet my supporters, I still feel a certain like, damn, this is crazy. What is life? Like, I have people that want to come up to me and ask for a picture, and that makes them smile. Like, I'm just a normal human, bro. I'm just a regular human. We're all cut from the same flesh. We're all born the same way. We're like, we all live on the same earth. But for some reason, like, people want to take a picture with me. People want an autograph from me. And it still, to this day, it feels surreal. Even though I've been doing it for 10 years, it still has never felt normal to me. I'm still very, very grateful for every single person that ever approaches me. I don't think I've ever denied a picture. I don't think I've ever denied a conversation with a fan. Never in my life. Um, it's just crazy to me, bro. So yeah, to get a chance to meet supporters in like a whole other country, it's insane, bro. It's insane, bro. I I actually asked one of the supporters that I met, because we were in Mexico, and I was like, "Yo, like, do me and my brother have a lot of love over here?" And they were like, "Yeah, a lot of people." They said that a lot of people actually they'll watch our videos and YouTube will translate it from English to Spanish. They said, I don't know, they said like if the video is like eligible to be translated or something. Um, and people watch our videos in Spanish, bro. It's crazy, bro. Honestly, it's crazy, dude. That's why like sometimes like if I be getting hate, it genuinely makes me sad because I like to see myself as someone who, I genuinely always try to have a smile on my face. I try to make jokes or just be lighthearted so that other people can laugh. Even if I'm going through a tough time, even if I feel a little bit of depression, even if I don't feel the best, when I'm going out, if I'm filming a YouTube video or just out in public, I'm always gonna try to put a smile on my face, try to crack a joke just to see other people smile, right? Um, I always try to just be positive and lighthearted, be kind to everybody. So sometimes, like when I do be getting hate, I'm just like, damn, it hurts. It hurts, but it is what it is, bro. It's just the world that we live in. But I am in the belief of just always being kind to everybody because you don't know what anybody is going through. I like to use myself as an example. That helps me relate to a lot of other people because I'm just seeing it in myself. Sometimes I'm going through the worst shit. Sometimes I'm having a very, very bad day. Sometimes, I feel like I'm falling into a little bit of depression. I feel anxiety. But when I go out in public, I put on a fake smile on my face because I'm a grown man. I don't need nobody to feel bad for me. I don't need nobody to look at me and be like, oh, he looks sad. Should we feel bad for him? No, bro. I'm 29 years old. I'm a grown man. So even if I'm going through some shit behind closed doors, under my roof, when I'm going out in public or making a YouTube video, I try to put on a smile, even if it's fake, just so other people don't, I don't want to ruin nobody's day or give off no negative vibes, right? So that's why I always believe in being kind to other people because I like to see it as, yo, what if someone else out there is just like me and they have a smile on their face, but deep down they're going through some tough shit? What if I'm out in public at the gym or something and I see someone and they're laughing, but what if deep down they have some really bad thoughts. They have some anxiety. They're going through some really bad shit with their family or at home. So that's why I just believe being kind to everybody because you just don't know what people are going through regardless of the faces they put out in front of you, bro. Some of the happiest people that look like they're living an amazing life and they're always smiling, those people sometimes are the most depressed behind closed doors, you know? You know? Um so that's why I just always believe in like being kind to other people, not spreading hate, um just having a good heart, bro. It does not like it doesn't benefit anybody when you're a dick to someone. It doesn't it doesn't benefit you or anybody else on this earth if you're a piece of shit of a human being, bro. If you're always spreading hate, if you're always negative, if you're always talking shit, it just does nothing good, bro. I don't know. Some people were raised not in a way that, I don't know, that me and my brother were raised. And it shows, bro. It shows. Some people,